If it's your first time ever going to an Orthodox church, it's always good to go with a friend if you can. If you know someone who is Orthodox, just getting some other input. Going on the internet, checking out their website, calling the priest or sending him an email, letting him know that you're going to be stopping by if it's your first time ever. It's just helpful for you as well as them. But yeah, I mean, I don't know how much exposure you've had to it before. So that's just helpful for any kind of new thing, right? So you're not completely bewildered. But walking in is always an option too. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, one of the favorite phrases I feel like in the Orthodox Church is St. Philip's "Come and see." So definitely go. And try not to come with any expectations. I think that's something you can always keep in your back pocket. Just trying to be open and yeah. I hope it's a positive experience that you have. Unfortunately, the world's a little broken, so I don't know. We all have our off days. The biggest thing that you can do as a favor to yourself when you're going to any kind of church service is just being open to seeing God. Just trying to really be present and be there is, I think, one of the biggest things that you can do. And life is crazy, right? We're all sometimes just running that rat race and we can't do it all the time. But you know, as you can, to try to take a little pocket of, okay, here we go. Instead of just, oh, this is another thing off my checklist to do. It's not meant to be a legalistic kind of thing. The aim is to go because you want to go. But if we're honest, right, we don't always want to go. So sometimes I need to force myself to go. Even though I don't feel like it. And if I don't go all the time, I'm not a monastic. I do live in the world. God is not waiting up there with a thunderbolt to zap me down for not coming. That's also important to remember. Just a quick side note about why to even bother going to church to begin with. God is omnipresent, right? He's everywhere, filling all things, as the prayer says, for the Holy Spirit. So why do I need to go to a building to go and worship him? I mean, I can worship him here and in every breath and every moment, wherever I go. And actually that's what I'm called to do in a sense, unceasing praise and unceasing prayer with every breath that I think of God. But as a human being, I'm not meant to be in isolation. I'm not an island. And I know when I try to live as an island unto myself, that's when I easily forget God. And I easily, try to do things on my own. There's a saying too, just like a horse, when it runs by itself, it runs pretty fast. But when a horse runs with a whole bunch of other horses, it runs much faster in kind of like a stampede mode. So too, I think we just as people, when we come together as a group, when we come together as church, as ecclesia, there is a way of communal worship that doesn't happen in private prayer. And we as human beings need that communal connection. It's important for us. It's important for me. I know if I don't go, then it's very easy for me to just get off track. And life can feel a lot more overwhelming. So that's true both, I think, in corporate prayer, going to the temple, the church, and also in my private prayer. If I slack on either side of that, if I'm not really doing my morning and evening prayers, not praying throughout the day in my personal prayer life, or if I'm not making time to go to church on Sunday, or just finding some other excuse, it's not really fruitful. Like just binge watching Netflix all day instead of just taking like an hour to go to Vespers, which is within my means. God has given me the gift of being able to do that at this point in my life. I don't have that many responsibilities, so I'm able to go. So yeah. I know that when I go, feelings come and go. There are some days that I really feel great about being at church, and there are some days that it's really hard. And that's just part of life. But when I move that spiritual muscle of continually going, both through the ups and downs, God gives me that grace and strength to draw closer to Him. And so the consistency and the repetition, very orthodox things, I don't know how many times we say, Lord have mercy, it really does something to me, and to those around me too. I know, just going back to the communal sense of things, that I am only where I am right now because of the prayers of other people. That, without a doubt, is a fact. I could not be where I am without God's grace and Him working through the other people in my life. So yeah, 100%. I feel like anything good that comes out of me, I feel like most of the good that comes out of me is the fruit of the prayer of other people. Yeah. And I don't know those other people when I am in isolation and stay away from others. I need to actively be a part of the family of humanity. Yeah. The family of humanity. That's where I need to be. Yeah, because I guess as the old adage also goes, the only thing we can do by ourselves is go to hell. And that, I think, is true. When I try to go all alone and isolate, then it can be hell. It's good to have a healthy independence and to not be, codependent or so enmeshed into other people that you have no boundaries. That's also, an important something. I don't know if this should be a part of this video or not. It's gonna make it long. Yeah. Is it bad that I'm sitting here? I don't know. It's good to sit though. It was not a quick side note, was it? No. I said quick side note, and It's funny when I start talking about stuff like this, I just want to keep talking. And now I'm silent. I don't have words to describe. You know, St. Philip was very right when he said, come and see. There are some things that I can say to you in words, but the experience of them I can't fully give to you unless you also walk. And the same for myself. There are experiences that you've had that you can tell me about, but I cannot fully understand until I've experienced it for myself. Right, that's a very human reality. And the wind is blowing. I need to stop the recording. I think that's enough. We'll just use whatever footage we have. Yeah? That sound good? I'll just keep rambling. God, you use it. I don't know.